Once again, coming at you live through the power of the internet.
Something's back at McDonald's.
I hear an ad playing in the background. How annoying is that? Fuck you, YouTube. Holy shit. There we go. No, I don't. I'd never do this. Yeah, there was an ad playing in the background. That was really annoying.
You're using YouTube with ads?
No, it's Twitch. Twitch plays ads no matter what. It's really, really stupid.
Even with uBlock?
Yeah, even with AdBlock. I have AdBlocker running. And Twitch still plays ads.
Which one
and I pay for, like, I technically pay for Twitch, and it still runs.
Do you have AdBlock or uBlock Origin?
I have AdBlock Plus.
No, get rid of that one immediately. Seriously.
Why?
They pay for whitelists.
So
they
what?
take money for whitelist.
Getting back to the
getting back to the.
Sorry.
Yeah, Santino's like, by the way, now that we're talking about this, let me talk to you about my ad blocking bot that I built. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Fucking guy, man, I tell you.
Just go to adblockbot.com. Okay, let's go.
And while you're there, go to S-Cousin-T or whatever the hell is, statsforlife.com, where you can get all your get all your hosting needs met.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Fucking asshole.
all your PHP Perl tubes. Yeah.
I like Perl tubes. That's a nice
Perl tubes.
So yeah, welcome to.
Oh,
for fuck's sake, there's no one. Actually, there are like one. I think there's like one person that listens to this.
I think it's Andy.
Yeah, it might be actually, or Richard on his way to work when he used to commute.
It used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the COVID's hit us hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So welcome to the PlayStation 5 showcase review or predictions or preview or whatever the hell you want to call it. I wanted to talk.
You're prepared.
I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk to you, a-holes, about what we expect to see tomorrow at the PlayStation 5 showcase, which is what I believe it is called. I keep getting this messed up. Last time I was like, what the hell is it called? I forgot again. Regardless, it's tomorrow, Wednesday, September 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. Pacific Time for all those thousands of listeners out on the West Coast.
Why are you vamping for time? Like, we just started the entire thing and we're all here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got, I don't know. We got Richard Marginson, we got Nick Van Vlymen, we got Stats for Life, i.e. Santino Cosentini, and the sexiest man alive, John Tracy.
Oh, thank you.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I wanted to chat obviously about what will likely be unveiled tomorrow, and then what we'd like to see unveiled. I'm thinking, this is just my thoughts obviously, but like what will likely be unveiled, which I'm sure everyone is probably on board with, is the price for both like the main system and then the one without the disk drive.
Digital edition. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that's going to be called. It might have a different name for it. Yeah, digital. An actual release date, because I still haven't fucking actually given a firm release date yet.
So I want to hit up on that because I might have some smaller insider information.
Some insider information. It's Nick's hot take. Yeah, where's the horn? Nick's insider. Well, you may or may not know, Nick, when pre-orders are going live, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Nick may or may not work for somewhere that may or may not know when the release dates are going to be, and may or may not know when the pre-orders are going to be available. But at the same time, tomorrow we'll know 100%. I think like they have to let everyone know at this point.
Yeah.
No, interesting note. Did you see the article?
Sorry, John. What was that?
Never mind.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so interesting article about Sony having issues with their hitting batch quantities.
Oh,
so
I saw that,
they're
yeah.
underestimating by
4
4
million
million
units?
because they've had they're at like 50% in being able to produce their new CPUs. Yeah.
It's like one of those system on a chip things, right? Everything is based on the one chip that they can't produce
Yeah,
fast
so
enough. So it's
they're-
like, well, everything else is fucked now. So
Jesus.
Yeah, they got
Quite
like a
the bottleneck.
50% yield right now, and they're saying that they're going to use air freight to ramp up service and to distribute everything. So
Really?
I just read about that today, and yeah, they were saying Nintendo did the same thing with the Switch, and they said it's going to cost $45 per unit to ship it out, like extra on top of what they thought it was going to cost.
Wow.
Pretty-
well, not only that, but think of the hit that they probably take on the console itself, right?
Oh yeah, they're not making a dime on the console. Like they're
Yeah, those would be
they're
lost
gonna
leaders
lose
for
it
sure.
anyways. I know this is a little bit off topic, but I almost think that Microsoft is probably breaking even or maybe making like a buck or two on the Series X. Just the way
I
that
would-
thing's so fucking modular and like they've gone all in on those parts.
Dude, have you seen the cost of the Series S?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's stupid. It's 380 Canadian, and it's
Yeah,
almost the
380
same
Canadian.
machine as the Series X.
There's no
Yeah.
way they're making money on that.
The Series S, I guarantee you, they're losing their shit on the Series S. But
I don't
like
think they're
Series
making
X,
it on the Series X either.
So
That-
what's
you
the
might be
difference?
right, you
Is
might
that
be
it's
right.
digital? That there's just no Blu-ray drive?
for what, the PS5?
It's a little bit more than that.
No, the Series S.
The Series S, yeah, there's no disk drive, and
But it's the same
the
power.
hard drive size is half, and the I believe it's the power, yeah, like the, what is it
The
again?
CPU is throttled down.
Yeah, the
And it
CPU
won't
is a
use
little
4K.
bit less.
Doesn't do 4K.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, it's not, basically it's not a 4. It's like a top of the best 1080p machine you can possibly buy.
So that's 380
Whereas the
or
Series X
340.
is like the best 4K machine you can possibly buy.
Yeah, like it'll do 1080, like 1080 60, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Gotcha.
hilariously is like 95% of everyone's TV. Like no one fucking. Anyways, that's a whole nother discussion. But
So we're saying
I
that
don't
it's
understand why they're
the
taking
rails, we're
cable.
off the rails.
but yeah, I think tomorrow so they're gonna have prices, release date, whenever the hell you can pre-order the thing, which may or may not be Thursday. And then they're gonna
Gran
have and then they're gonna have
Gran Turismo.
well, yeah, they're gonna show Gran Turismo probably, but I think they might actually talk about the prices for like the controllers and the headsets and all that stuff.
The accessories,
No.
yeah, that's a good call.
Well, they haven't
They
haven't
might-
even mentioned any of it. They might just, it's not gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be like a
They will.
15
I know they
second
will.
sizzle reel of like, oh, here's the prices of all this stuff, and then that's it.
I
They're
don't
just gonna
think
move right on.
Like Microsoft didn't announce the accessory prices. So I
But the thing is, they don't have any accessories.
Yeah,
What-
Sony does more accessories than Microsoft, I find.
Microsoft has like, you can get another controller if you want, I guess.
Sony has.
That's
don't
it. That's all they
find
fucking got. Or they have the extra terabyte drive, which we actually know how much that's gonna cost because they have told the price of that, if I'm not mistaken. The 1 terabyte NVMe thing for the Series X is like $200. I think you told me that,
Really?
Nick.
That's
You
it?
were like, "Oh, there it is. I see that."
It'd be nice if they talked about PSVR, like at those the prices.
Yeah. See, I don't
think that's
honestly.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be its own event.
Yeah,
That would be
PSVR.
its own event.
They're not gonna even talk about it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I don't expect you to. That's what I'm saying. It would be nice if they talked about the pricing of PSVR.
I don't know. I think if they want to get ahead of the curve, they might mention it, but they may just kind of hint at it, though.
How much
Because you gotta, like, you
augmented VR? How much augmented reality stuff did Microsoft talk about? At their
No,
stuff?
but you know what though? Think of Squadrons coming out too, right? I mean, they've touted that as being VR. Well, the only platforms that do VR are going to be PC or PlayStation, right? Xbox doesn't have its own dedicated unit.
that might
Yeah.
that might be the reason why they're not gonna go. They need to jump ahead because they know that they already are. Maybe.
True. So it could be that, hey, when they do a confirmed lineup of their launch games, because that's going to be announced tomorrow. I'm pretty certain that's going to be confirmed.
I would
No, they'll.
that.
You know what they'll do? You know what they'll do? They'll do that bullshit like launch window.
True.
That way it's.
I
like,
hope not.
Oh,
Like,
that way if like
the
Ratchet and
launch
Clank.
titles-
That way, if like Ratchet and Clank's not ready day one, but it's gonna be ready in like a month later, it's like, oh, it's launch window. I'm like, ugh. I guarantee you that's what they're gonna do. Is like they'll let us know. Here's the 15 or 20 games or whatever that are available during the launch window.
You want
which
me to
is the
tell you
first
guys
few
what you're
months.
gonna play on your brand new PS5 when you get it in November?
All the
Yeah,
PS4
man.
games. All the PS4
yeah.
games. That
Yeah. Last of Us 2.
Demon Souls, we'll have Bug Snacks, we'll have Sackboy.
Bug snacks. That's it.
You're not gonna get Demon
So,
Souls.
but I thought they were saying that there's backwards compatibility issues.
It's not. It's
No.
not as cut and
I
dry
think
as
it's like
with the
98%
Xbox.
of games work.
It's something like they said something like the top like 500
Yeah.
all-time games or something, or 100 all-time games. I don't remember what the cutoff was. So like you can assume that pretty much everything good on PS4 will be backwards compatible very quickly. But it
Yeah,
sounds
anything
more
from
like
a major
like
studio, I
drip
would
feed.
think.
Yeah, anything from their first
Yeah.
parties for sure.
Oh, first party. Yeah. If like God of War was not compatible, we'd be like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
But with
Well,
with Xbox though, it's fully backwards, right?
Yeah.
I-
Basically,
I-
like Xbox One, I believe is like 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
You
and
know
then
what,
Xbox 360s, like the original Xbox are, I believe, whatever they've already done for Xbox One is like
Gotcha.
they'll just work on the Series X.
So I'm assuming it's just fully emulating Xbox.
Yeah,
would
yeah, I
imagine
think
so.
so. Yeah, at that point, yeah.
You know what game you'll be able to play right out of the box? GTA 5. Oh,
That'll
yeah.
definitely be. They'll
That
say
that
the launch
amazing-
title for that one for sure. No, or did they already say 20,
Oh,
21?
I hope the first thing you see in the video tomorrow is Rockstar Games. I'm like, oh, fuck off, fuck right off.
Buddy, I got bad news for you.
I've seen a preview. That's exactly what you're gonna see.
100% GTA 5 is gonna be at that stage tomorrow, whatever the hell it is.
man,
Jesus
guaranteed.
Christ. Like,
Like,
yeah, they're gonna talk about what is it like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, whatever it's
Astro's
called,
Play-
Ratchet and Clank,
It's everything that they-
Rift Apart.
well, come on.
Everything
Astros.
that's on their Sony PlayStation 5 page is what they'll display.
Yeah, exactly. Like that Horizon, what is it, Forbidden West? They'll show that. Even though that's not slated until like next year sometime.
Is that DLC or is that number 2?
That's like number
Yeah, it's
number
number 2.
2.
So
But is that for sure next year?
I don't know, everywhere I've looked it says 2021. So,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
those will be
That's a real
coming-
shame because that would have
They
been
probably
a really
want-
good launch title.
Oh, I know, but they probably want like an install base before they release that.
So those will be like the coming soon.
I'm kind of torn too because I almost want to wait for when they release like a pro model of this thing.
I'm curious when the.
But that's the thing, you have no idea
That
when.
won't be
It could
for
be
a few years.
it could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, you know?
Yeah, I don't think they'll do a pro for a while. These are, I don't know. These consoles seem pretty powerful, no, out of the gate.
Yeah, but that's what everyone says about every console, right?
They'll do it.
Interestingly enough, the digital version of the PS5 is the same specs as the standard edition,
Yeah, just no
without the
disc drive. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Maybe,
Yeah,
you know what?
so
I'm
that's
almost tempted to just get the discless one because I don't give a shit about buying discs anymore.
That's what I was saying
See,
before
I would-
about the Series S. It was like, if it's less powerful, then no. I just want one without a drive.
Yeah, that's the problem with the Series S.
See, I would
Is
still get
it
that
is a
one with
different
disc drive.
machine almost, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
like
still
if
be
there's-
willing to get the X.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's almost on there. It's like
I
with
still
PS
have a lot of UHD discs, so I mean, for me,
Mhm.
like, I still like that accessory, but
Yeah. I've never, like, other than playing Last of Us, that's the only thing I've used a Blu-ray drive.
So the Project Athia that was in the last announcement, right?
Which one?
Or Project Athia that was in the during the last PS5 launch event, or sorry, the last PS5 event.
I don't think I remember that. Do I?
I don't know that one.
Project Athia? I might have just missed it.
Is that-
There's like
There's a lot of
rumor
games
going
shown
around-
off.
There's a rumor going around that is actually Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, John, they were saying there's been like rumors kicking around that it's like there's gonna be some big exclusive game or whatever announced or touted as being a launch title or something, and that was Final Fantasy 16. They were saying was like the one big thing they were hinting at, I think, because that PS5 is like super popular in Japan and everything, right? Or
Yeah.
PlayStation systems at least. are.
Yeah, I remember this
It's
one.
like having a
Yeah,
Final
that's pretty-
Fantasy exclusive for PS5 would be nuts.
Mhm.
That was like the latest rumor mill thing that I was reading about. Like, okay, when they're confirming the launch title games and the other coming soon games,
Yeah, I could see
this
that
would be the
being
big-
true.
The fuck is this? I googled Project Athia, right, and I get this Games Radar thing, and I scroll through the article. I get to the bottom, and you get all of these like fucking ads. If you're over 50, this game is a must. It's just a chick with a crossbow and her ass just sticking up, like laying down prone. I gotta take a fucking screenshot of this. This is the worst fucking ad I've ever seen in my entire life.
you need to include
Oh, Santino
You-
just died.
of this when you post about this on your blog there. There you go.
I do Project Athia.
Posted on your blog that's hosted by SC Digital.
Fucking bullshit.
Stats
Fucking shit.
You gotta give them a plan on whatever we
Statsforlife.com.
Vikings
No, it's SC
free
Digital
online
Media.
game. Vikings free online game. Fuck you, Vikings free online game. That's what I have to say to that.
Wow.
Love it.
First off, not
Richard's-
over 50.
Richard's really
Second off,
angry.
unrelated at all to the picture.
Yeah, why are you
Angry.
being targeted for that ad, Richard? That's weird.
Offended my
My
senses.
12-year-old kid would be all
How
over
old
this.
are you?
Don't pry. Yeah, not 50. That's you
Your
need
age.
to know.
You're age shaming me, ad.
So what do we pick for a release date?
Well, that's a good
November
question. That's when's
14th.
Xbox? The Series X is what? The November
28?
10th? No, it's the
23rd,
10th, isn't it?
No. Is it that late?
I thought it was the 10th.
I thought it was the 10th. Yeah, November
it's
10th.
before-
November 10th.
Oh, shit. Sorry. All right. So, yeah, the 13th or something. I think it'll be that week.
You think?
Yep.
Because
So,
Black Friday's November 27th, right? They'll definitely release it before Black Friday. So it's
Oh, yeah.
one of let's bundle this with another game or something.
They're not
think
gonna
this is
do
Black
that.
Friday-
Christ,
this
they're not
isn't
gonna
Black
bundle
Friday
with
related.
anything.
No, yeah.
They're not bundling this shit with
We
anything.
don't have any
It's,
bundles right now.
yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be bundled at all.
This other than whatever's like they're gonna package whatever game is gonna be in it. Though like every launch they always give one game away,
Yeah.
just to kind of say, oh here you've bought this, you have at least something you can play, and that'll either be like a Gran Turismo or something, right?
Well, hell,
Well,
back
I-
when I had the store, I only ever did this for the Wii because it was like people were going nuts for it. I'd basically force them to buy like one game and one accessory with it. And the thing is, like, initially it was like, oh, really? And then it was like, well, yeah, what are you going to do with it anyways? You're going to need that stuff. And like, oh, yeah, I guess so. So, like, they'd end up buying a game and an accessory anyways. It was just like, I need them to spend more than just the system because I made literally no money on the system. So I don't expect, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, maybe not Amazon, but like Walmart and like Costco or whatever, they'll have like a bundle where it's PS5 with a controller and, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank or something like that, like a game for whatever, 700 Canadian or something like that.
They'll probably do a reduced price on the latest edition of the PS4s. I don't know, like reduced cost bundled with 3 games or 2 games and something like that. That's
Oh, yeah.
Black Friday.
Yeah, the Black Friday deal will be like, oh, you're too poor to get the PS5. Here's the PS4
Yeah.
for half price.
Oh, 100%. It'll be liquidating stock. And
Yeah.
all that. That's where they'll put the, promotional
Um, yeah, so PS5 came out on November 15th, 2013.
You
Wow.
mean PS4?
What did I say?
PS5.
PS5.
Oh, so PS4 came out.
10.
I can't see it. I can't see. I
10.
can't see.
Yeah.
How many fingers? How many fingers?
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
What are you, high? Sorry.
I'm thinking here. I don't know. What did you say? You said November, like the same week, like the 13th or
Yeah,
something?
13th. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a really
I
tricky
don't
one.
think so.
I honestly,
No, what do you think?
I honestly have
Because
no
we're
idea.
We're gonna have pre-orders set up on Thursday, so
The 12th?
like that doesn't leave a lot of time. Like I'm
2 months,
The
right?
Thursday. Which Thursday? Which Thursday?
The 17th of September.
This Thursday, 17th.
Oh, this Thursday.
this Thursday we're gonna be opening up pre-orders now. I don't know if that's limited quantity. I would imagine that there probably is, given that there's going to be a shortage. But
Yeah.
That's the thing. Given the fact that they've been
better
so
read-
vocal about this shortage thing, right? It's like I'm thinking like late November, like the last, like the 24th or 27th or something in November, like the last week in November.
Isn't that Black Friday?
Yeah, that's it. So look, here's the thing. No matter what day they pick in November, because it's going to be November, they're always going to sell out. And it doesn't matter if they have 4 million units or 14 million units, they are going to sell out. They were
Yeah.
always going to sell out. So
Oh yeah.
shortage or no shortage isn't going to impact the date that they pick. They're just going to try and eat some of Microsoft's lunch. If they happen to have more stock available, then they want to at least get out the door with their 4 million units and get those in hands as soon as possible.
because I definitely want to scalp one around the holiday season when there's zero stock.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate scalpers with this. Like whenever a brand new console like this comes out, it's like I'm sorry,
It's
but like I'm
You gotta
gonna
jump on the
use
bandwagon
I'm gonna
right
use the profits from the PS5 scalping to pay for my Series X.
I lined up for a Wii
No
at
way.
like a fucking
No
Toys
way.
R Us.
Or a 3070 RTX.
I'm gonna buy drugs. So,
It's not quite the same thing. Is it the same thing? Maybe it is the same thing. It's been a
I'm
long
gonna
time.
buy cocaine and hookers.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's fine.
sorry, I don't know how formal this podcast.
A little bit of nose candy, see?
It's not that formal.
Okay.
Daddy needs his nose candy.
There you go. That's the host talking about his nose candy.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah, okay.
Um,
We're good. I'm good then.
The only rumors have been the 13th of November. That's like, which is the same week as
That
the
actually-
Series X, the Friday of the Series X release. So
I can see that. I can see them doing that.
that's
That'll be what it'll be.
Now, so here's the thing. With Cyberpunk though, Cyberpunk is going to have that auto upgrade feature if you buy it and then you go to the Series
Yeah.
X.
Yes.
I gotta wonder what kind of position Sony may take in order to counter. Because I mean, let's be honest, that's probably one of the biggest games that's going to be releasing in the same window that these new consoles are coming out.
Yeah.
So
When
I
when
don't know
is
if they're
it
gonna
out,
have.
when is it out for the new console? Sorry.
Well, it's coming out at all on the 19th, so the week after.
But only on current gen.
Yeah, but it's gonna be so at least on the Series X, it's gonna be playable.
available?
It's gonna be playable on the Series X on like day one.
with a future update.
Yeah, with
Okay,
a
okay,
future
gotcha.
with like a future enhanced update, which I'm assuming it'll be
Gotcha,
like
but it'll be
you
the
know.
Xbox One version on
Yeah.
the Series X.
But I'm
Gotcha.
assuming it'll
From
load.
day
I'm
one.
assuming it'll load a little bit quicker. I have no idea, but
Yeah. And is that the same deal with the PS5?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
They haven't mentioned any of that.
They might actually. You know what? That's another thing they might talk about tomorrow. Is like, if you buy whatever, like Assassin's Creed, whatever the hell the new one is, Valhalla. If you buy that, then it'll auto upgrade to your
except
PS5.
Except GTA, you're gonna pay full price for that one.
Yeah, GTA 5's $80 Canadian. You get a shark card or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even.
That's the
You get a megalodon shark card. Oh, fuck you, Rockstar. You assholes. Arr! Grumpy. Anyways.
But November 13th, I think that sounds about right. I can see them going right against Microsoft.
Yeah, same week, but like later it gives them a little bit extra time to cram out some more systems.
They'll. I don't think that matters to them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going for record sales in a given time.
Yeah.
They just want to get
I
whatever
don't know.
they can out the door. I think someone else mentioned.
I don't know.
But what about price? Like, do you think that they're going to be competitive around the same price point that the Xbox is? I mean, or do you think that they're going to try to undercut them quite a bit?
What was that? What were the two prices again?
For the
I think the Xbox is
Series
$599.
Series X is $5.99 Canadian, and then the Series S is $3.79 Canadian.
Canadian. What are we, a Canadian podcast?
Hey! Emphasis on the A. But the PS5 will probably be like $5.99 for the main one, and then I don't know. I'm guessing $4.99 for the discless one.
Yeah. I think they'll come in higher.
But that's a lot, though. That's a lot different. Like $100 just for no disc drive.
They won't come in higher. They won't come in higher here for sure. In the States, I don't think they'll come in higher either.
Like having
Yeah,
no
they
disc,
definitely
having no
was
disc
low.
drive is not going to be like the disc drive-less version is not going to be $3.80 Canadian. There's no fucking way.
Because doesn't it have a bigger hard drive or as big a hard drive?
The PS5 apparently, yeah, as far as I know, it's the same machine exactly. Just with no,
Just
one of them
without
has
the
a disc drive, one of them doesn't.
Well, interesting too, because they don't really have any specs, right? With at least the Xbox, they've kind of broken down some of the specs.
Oh, they've blown
So
out the
imagine
machine.
that
They're
they're
like,
gonna
here's
have
every
Xbox.
single component in detail. I'm like, oh, okay. that
But I
makes
also
sense.
can't see them having two SKUs, only two SKUs that are $50 apart.
Yeah, I know. Like
Right? Like, that seems
$100 apart. $100 apart makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's $50 difference, why the hell would anyone buy the
But
one
then-
without the disc
but
drive?
then it's $4.99.
Yeah, Canadian.
Could they undercut? Could that undercut the Series X?
See, that's
If a lot
gonna
of
be
people-
the weird spot because it's like
Right?
everyone's
That's
saying
that
five.
Good, though.
Everyone's saying 500 US for the main one, and then 450. Like 500 for the main one, 450 for the discless one. I'm like
Yeah, but to
$550
Santino's point, right? I mean, with the Xbox, you have the S, which is a significant power drop.
Yeah.
Not significant, but enough.
But that
to
makes
warrant
sense though,
right?
because it's
a
like
better machine.
yeah, that makes sense.
But
It's
with
still
the
a good machine.
digital edition, they're going to try to compete with the S to say, well, listen, it's not apples to apples here. Like you are getting a legitimate same system just without the disc. And why go with the S when you can go with the PS5
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and you get right?
but if it's
Yeah,
like
I
if it's like
think that one will be
$150 more, then like mom and dad or whatever who are buying this for their kids, the rich little snobby kids who are lucky to have this stuff at Christmas, then it's like I don't know, $100 might make a difference.
I don't know.
I
I'm
think, yeah,
bribing
you know
my
what?
kid to give him my Scorpio.
Yeah, I might
No,
just.
but I think Dan, that's a good point. Is that there's a couple demographics here, right? Like, I think for the hardcore enthusiasts like us, I think getting the PS5 digital makes the most sense out of financially, at least, makes the most sense out of all three options, four options.
Yeah.
I would think. But then for like you're saying for parents that don't know much about consoles and they see new Xbox for $380, I'll get that one. They'll love it.
Yeah, like Xbox will have the cheapest.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing though. Like Xbox will have the cheapest and the best options.
Guys, no one's going to be able to buy either of these consoles at the holidays. So,
Well, a few million people will. A few million people will.
no, they're going to be lined up. The scalpers and the enthusiasts will get what they get.
Oh, the scalpers like Nick and I will be eating these things up for breakfast.
Assholes. You're right. In the future, the 6 months from now, future,
When people can go into a store and buy one.
we're A, and then B when we're all dead because Trump won again. Then yes, it's the easy one for people to at GameStop or at Best Buy to just simply upsell as, hey, have you heard that there's this new Xbox for $400? But I don't think that's going to be even a near or like a remote factor for the holiday season.
I don't know. It's gonna
That's
be
also a good point.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Everyone's making good points.
Now
it's almost like we know something about video games because we're a bunch of big old.
It's almost like we've been doing this since we were children.
Yeah. We're a bunch of big old dorks.
See, I'm really torn though, because I mean, if I know when the pre-orders are going to come in, is it really worth it for me to grab and to nab one? And really, if it's not my first choice system, because quite honestly, I'd be happy to get the X.
Yeah.
But if I'm dumping money into scalping for a PS5 afterwards, anyways, is it really worth my time?
Which one? And you have to base. There's 4 options, and you have to really go for the rarest.
That's the tricky.
One,
that's the tricky
or
thing.
the rarest but most wanted one.
We're contemplating scalping maneuvers. It's so fucking shady. It's so shady. It's like that's what console launches are all about. That's what console launches are all about. How much money can you make?
And leaves me extra money to buy it again without actually spending that double amount of money. Why not?
I've done it way too many times.
Realistic, the prices will triple in a lot of cases, and if they've got a shortage, all that does is make my life better.
That's the thing. It's gonna be PS5. PS5 is gonna be guaranteed. It's gonna be people are gonna be going hand over fist trying to get them. The Xbox is
they might go for the Blu-ray one, because I bet you Sony isn't making many of those. I think they're making less of those than the digital.
Oh, probably.
And the Blu-ray ones will become rare to have.
Yeah.
So
they're the more luxury version. They're the more luxury version of it.
Sony's always luxury. Remember, they're like, just get a second job to get the PS3.
Fuck, don't even don't remind me.
So they're they're
Xbox
gonna tout
though.
that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What model do you think is going to be the luxury model? The one with the drive?
The one with the disc drive is going to be the luxury model for PS5.
Because they're going to make less of those. It's going to whatever's going to be manufactured less in less quantity is going to be the one that you're going to want to scalp.
Yeah.
That's my theory, at least.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And on that note of scalping video game systems for profit, I think we should bid our lovely viewers adieu, and I think we're gonna all be tuning in tomorrow at 4:00, which is kind of a weird time for it, but whatever.
At 1 p.m.
Pacific time. You're gonna be tuning in at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Richard. That's good.
I don't know. Your fucking intro left me clueless as to what time the goddamn thing starts at. So.
I hate all of you guys.
Like 8 GMT. What?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It's 8 p.m. Yeah, exactly. UTC. You're gonna take the 4, add the 4 back.
I hate everyone.